Good evening, class. And brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter, Steel Bikini Spectacular 3 Amazon Fighters and Princesses, Black Widow Frozen Hawkeye cover. You gotta get a piece of it. You gotta get a piece of it. Where are we? We are now in the third act of our comic book story. Chapter 4, The AracKnight. We've got 8 pages of story left. Let's see where we left off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you wanna see my... Alright. Page 15. Peter pushes past an army of minions as he tries to find a place to help or alert the cops. Now that he's exposed, the doctor has gone mad. So I may have temporarily saved the plot against the city, but now the cops were in danger. And there would be no time to get word to the commissioner. So I would have to use whatever was available at the Baxter. Close up on the grid and make up of the Baxter building as Peter's spider sense goes off, giving him an idea. I'd love to be Reed Richards right now, gliding towards Mars without a care in the world, other than hope and ambition, instead of trying to figure out how to light up this... That's it! Peace push past an army of minions as he tries to find a place to help or alert the cops, putting him in front of a map grid of the Baxter. Wait a minute, how does he get his hands on that fucking map? 1 second. Where a map of the Baxter comes floating by him in the chaos and debris. Yeah, because all they're running around, the minions are all running around. Now that he's exposed, the doctor has gone mad. So I may have temporarily saved the plot against the city, but now the cops were in danger. And there would be no time to get word to the commissioner. So I'd have to use whatever was available at the Baxter. Close up on the grid and make up of the Baxter building as Peter's spider sense goes off, giving him an idea. I'd love to be Reed Richards right now, gliding towards Mars without a care in the world, other than hope and ambition, instead of trying to figure out how to light up this... That's it! Close-up shot of the map grid shows off the long tunnel that shows the passenger missile, long-range ICBM type, and the long exhaust tunnel underneath it. Like rapid fire, my brain starts to stack it up. Richards at the side of the building outfitted for a passenger missile, a long-range ICBM type of transportation, like an escape pod, complete with a silo up top, a launch pad in the middle, and at the bottom a rocket fire exhaust line that ran through the pipes down the length of the building before dissipating into the canals. We see Peter running for the missile-ready room, where he grabs a large laser saw weapon along the way. If I could sever that pipe and launch the missile, it would have a two-pronged effect. Not two-pronged, there's more pronged. It would have a three-pronged effect. We cut to a shot of the police force making their way towards the Baxter, via hoverboats to the canals. First, I prevent the rocket fire from hitting the water, which will prevent the canals from boiling over. Fire police cruisers through the streets. Next, with the rocket going off and the exhaust trapped in the tunnel. That should be enough whomp to take out the power, rendering the minions blind to the cruisers. And via dirigibles through the air. And lastly, the rocket going off into the air should provide the perfect flare, letting the commissioner know that the doctor is waiting. Page 16. We cut to Dr. O. God damn it, why does that keep fucking happening? We cut to Dr. O, watching the impending invasion on his monitors. Steady, gentlemen. Do not waste any shots. This is their army. And once they are vanquished, the city will be broken, and you will have your pick of the penthouses. So there's a lot of, John Brown right now with Dr. O. Where, John Brown led the raid on Harper's Ferry, and he kept believing, he goes, don't worry, we're going to win, and whether he believes it or not, he's, a victim of his own madness. We close up on the monitor showing Peter, disguised as the minion, making his way into the missile-ready room armed with the laser saw. PK-421, why are you not at your post? PK-421, do you copy? Peter hits the controls while the doctor rages over the speakers. Why do I have a bad feeling that my name is TK? It's you, isn't it? With the launch sequences starting, Peter barrels to the entrance to the launch pad. You never learn, do you? Spider-Man. Oh, I've learned plenty, Doctor. Once inside, he ignites the laser saw. In fact, I learned this one from the chameleon. Leaping down as the sequence continues, Peter slices the laser saw at the pipes. When he says, I learned that, remember, the chameleon in Chapter 2 was sabotaging the launch of the Mars colony. It's a little throwback, Leaping down as the sequence continues, Peter slices the laser saw at the pipes underneath the launch pad. SFX of the slicing of the pipes. You fool! You'll kill us all! My soul is prepared, Doctor. How's yours? The line from Indiana Jones, I love that fucking line. My soul is prepared, Doctor. How's yours? All right, kids. And now we're all caught up. Now, the idea is now what we want to do, we want to decide whether or not we're going to have Peter beat up all the minions and Dr. Octopus can beat up all the cops, or we can have it reversed. Dr. Octopus can say, you know what, I need you guys to take out the cops. Defend the tower. Defend the Baxter. Defend our kingdom. I will deal with Spider-Man myself. You don't want to have... I was going to have some Bruce Lee shit where Spider-Man fights everybody, but I feel like you already know the answer to that, where it's like you just know Spider-Man's going to beat the shit out of the minions. So we could do that cool Matrix shit, or we can have the cops shoot it out with the fucking minions. You could do some cool, like, fucking You Only Live Twice style shit, and we can make it a fucking firefight. You can have cops brawling with fucking minions. Cops walking up the side of the building with gravity boots. We could really, really battlefield the shit out of this fucking thing. Because Spider-Man just killed the fucking power. He just leaped down. My soul is prepared, Doctor. How's yours? All right, so this is the third act now. We're 16 pages in. It's 888. This is the final 8. And if we do a good job here, we get to write a nice little epilogue. I'm going to get some water. Y'all stare at the Kickstarter real quick. I got to get some agua fria. All right, back to the building. All right, so Spider-Man just jumped into here and sliced the line. He literally just jumped down in here and sliced the fucking lines. So the idea would be, my original idea was to have Dr. Oak tells all the minions to go kill Spider-Man, but I just realized he needs all of them to defend the fucking tower. Spider-Man cuts the power so the cops can get in there. The minions, shall we take him down, sir? No. You deal with the cops. Destroy the police. I will deal with Spider-Man myself. All right, there you go. That's what we need. All right, let's set up page 17, mind the comic book, and go from there. We are finishing Stan Lee's run on The Amazing Spider-Man. This way, when we ever start a sequel, should there ever be a sequel, we will make our way into the Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway era. I believe so. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it ends. We'll also have Marvel Team Up. We'll use two sources. Because Marvel Team Up, literally, the cover date of this comic book we're reading right now, where Spider-Man fights the stupid Spider Slayer in 105, is actually also the same month that Marvel Team Up #1 was launched. Their attempt at the second title in the Spectacular Spider-Man, that 2-issue black and white piece of shit, didn't work out. It was just rehashed scenes anyway. It was not good. We'll look into it when we do the sequel, because there's 2 issues in there, and he gets to a nice little argument with Norman Osborn, so we may be able to use it. You'll never know. Or we could use it at the end for our epilogue. Yes. I like that. We use it for the epilogue. All right, so where the fuck were we? Okay. Spider-Man leaps down. Leaping down as he slices the laser saw at the pipes underneath the launch pad. Outside view. of police cruisers closing in, of police dirigibles closing in as the power goes out. Oh, wait, the power shouldn't go out yet. All right, 1 second. Uno segundo. He just leaped down. We still have to launch the rocket. Let's take a look at our notes real quick. Peter will then have to take out all the minions, Darth Vader, Rogue Val, violently. You see, I didn't go there. Once Spider-Man finds out the plot, he'll be exposed and have to fight his way out by taking out all the minions, aka a la Commando style, and they will fight all over the Baxter building, destroying all the iconic rooms and devices left behind. We'll keep that because I think he's going to fight it out with Dr. O instead. The Lizard could find his way to Mayor Osborn either in this chapter or set up an Easter egg. We talked about that. Norman could tell him all this right here is epilogue shit. So once Spider-Man finds out the plot, this is what we're doing now. So let's move this. Let's put it all the way back to page 19, because that's what we'll be doing in the next class. The idea is to write enough interesting shit so they don't have to write the epilogue before 24. That is our goal as a class. He'll be exposed and have to fight his way out. Once Spider-Man is exposed. All right, we know what we're doing here, so we can erase this from our notes section. All right. Spider-Man's here. Just severed the line. Just severed the pipes. Now, how the fuck does he get out of there? We gotta get Spider-Man out of that fucking tunnel. That's an exhaust pipe. He's not getting out of that thing. He's got to get out of the launch pad. Okay, wait up. Okay, so. As he hears the thrusters heating up, Spider-Man, as he hears the thrusters heating up, Spider-Man looks to escape back out of the launch pad as Dr. O gives orders to his men. I like it. Okay, good. SFX of the missile thrusters heating up to launch. Doo-doo-doo. Always remember to underline your SFX. Minion 1. Shall we go after him, Doctor? No. Stay at your posts. No. Stay at your posts. All of you. Protect our kingdom. I will squash. Protect our kingdom. I will squash the spider. I will face him alone. We already used that. No. Stay at your posts, all of you. Protect our kingdom. Cut to Dr. O. Dr. O's chair mechanisms. Is what? Cut to Dr. O's chair mechanisms transforming into a battle mode. No, not yet. He's still in the fucking observatory. Cut to Dr. O in the observatory. As he sees the dirigibles, the police, dirigibles closing in. We see he is pissed off at missing the opportunity to blow away the dirigibles. His chair lifts him into position to do battle. There we go. My artist. I got a new guy. We got Emil working on one chapter. He's finishing up Faro. He's got 4 pages left, thank God. They're in inking right now. And then he's going to take on Amazing Spider. He's going to take on our AracKnight chapter 2. My man JC, the new guy on the team, is doing chapter 1. Pages look good. I'll show them off. I'll show them off when this is done. And then he's going to do chapter 3. We're going to do all 4 fucking chapters. All right. His chair lifts him into position to do battle. SFX of the mechanics of the chair. Mechanics. All right. I know it gets a little tedious when you do all this stuff, but it's good for your letterer. It's less torture. I will squash the spider. I will squash the spider on my own. She's telling him, stay at your posts. Shall we go after him, Doctor? No, stay at your posts. All of you. Protect our kingdom. I will squash the spider on my own. All right, so he's got to leave his post. He can't blow away the dirigibles. We see Spider-Man blow back through the missile ready room as the missile goes off into launch. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. SFX of the rocket blast, launch, and blast door containing the blast. We see Spider-Man blow back to the missile-ready room as the missile goes off into launch. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. SFX. I'll come back to that in just a second. Let's lay out the page, then we lay out the dialogue. I will squash the spider on my own. The missile goes gliding out of the silo and towards the sky. SFX of the missile. And then we'll mine the next comic book and get some ideas for dialogue. So we're pretty much going to have the cops here. All of the oncoming dirigibles take evasive action as the missile goes upward, acting like a flare to warn the police. We see the rocket fire blast all throughout the tunnel and scorch the walls through Spider-Man's cut in the pipes. Let's add one more panel. Here. We see the fire blast all throughout the tunnel and scorch the walls through Spider-Man's cut in the pipes. You can use the map shot for a different effect if you want. Artist preference. We see the dirigibles circle back towards the Baxter as all the power goes out in the building. SFX of the rocket fire scorching the walls. Ooh, the letter is going to be earning his money on this one. All right, we got the page laid out. We need some dialogue. Let's do some fucking mining. All right. Amazing Spider-Man 105 is memorable. We skipped 103 and 104 because we used them already way back in Chapter 1 when we were doing the Craven origin, and we used Savage Knight, which was a wonderful story. Great two-issue arc, and it was dedicated to some great journalist that passed away. You know, somebody that went into the jungles. Safari Man. Now, again, not a fan of the Spider Slayer stories, but let's have interesting. Do our thing here. The Spider Slayer. He's back. All right. So Peter's changing. He's back in the city. He's back from the jungle. His little adventure with Kazar. They were using that, of course, to get astonishing tales all around. Story about Kazar ought to help boost the bugle circulation. You see, it's them pushing the astonishing tales. Which, again, we could put that in our little archives here. We'll do that. Before. Here we go. When the bugle cell arrives, he finds pictures. Time he's running around the city. Robinson minority. Oh, full of hungry, jobless, and angry. What is the people who say wonderful? Oh God, I hate the protesters. They shoot the fucking protesters. Do you want to do, Randy, as long as you believe in it? His father, he's calling his father and Uncle fucking Tom. You know the father has a job. The establishment, that's right, go home, do nothing. Back off, I'm J. Jameson Sonny, I own this damn paper. He's getting out, he's mad, he's angry, you're flipping well right, I'm Big Mouth, this is where I belong. You got something on your mind, right? No one tells me to run paper, no one. I'm gonna beat the shit out of the guy. Don't threaten me, I've been threatened by experts. It's a good line. We got a fight breaking off, started a riot, shit's going down. Spider-Man saves Janet Jameson. If only you could learn to zip your gums. You slimy wall-crawling punk, you think I need any help from a creep like you? I don't know. What kind of creep do you prefer? It's a good line, actually. I didn't have to. You're a one-man hate campaign. So him and James get ready from our other issues where he webbed Jameson against the wall. James is getting held down. The idea is we need to piss off Jameson. He's looking to move back in with Mary Jane. I mean, with Aunt May. Oh, I can't stand Aunt fucking May. He's going to his place. He sees Aunt May. She's making some food. She's hanging out. They're bringing over Flash. Surprised, you mean Gwendy? There's a party going on at the old place. I think they're bringing back its Flash. He's back for good. Well, what do you know? Don't let the threats fool you. He's a real-life civilian. Welcome back, Flash. We all missed you. You bet. You. I'll bet you have. Bygones be bygones. What do you two? Be friends. Poor little Petey. Oh, look at that. Mary Jane is getting involved. She wants to drive a wedge between Gwen and Peter. Peter, are you? Oh, there's a whole crowd here. It's for you, son. It's a surprise party. So Norman Osborn is here. The problem is whenever Norman Osborn sees Peter Parker, he gets a little crazy. So Flash Thompson's back. Harry Osborn's out of rehab. Jonah Jameson walks his own, but of course he goes to a brand new Spider Slayer, a human-shaped robot. This time we won't fail. Now they've taken on him twice in issues 25 and 58, the Spider Slayer. Now the one thing we can do with this is we can make this the body for Dr. Octopus. We give Dr. Octopus like a Darth Maul type body, you know? So now he's got to go after Peter Parker. We have page 17 is written. We're looking ahead a little bit. A robot shaped like a giant spider will be too much for him. That's the size of it, Jason. Just watch. It shoots a little thing on him, little levers. All right, so we're getting an idea of how Dr. Octopus could take on Peter. I'd have paid twice to rent me this robot so cheap. So now Jameson has the robot. And the robot's going to stalk after Spider-Man, and it finds Spider-Man pretty fucking easy. It's got the little thing on it. Jameson's clicking the control. He's getting wrist cramp. All of a sudden, I think he's going to take the robot because he really fucking hates Spider-Man. And the fucking robot is malfunctioning. But it turns out I think Spike is trying to hurt himself because he hates Spider-Man for making him look like a fool with all his... Now they're doing this thing here, so we can't just make it a simple part of the climax unless it's interesting or cool. We know Dr. Octopus has the Darth Maul kind of body, with the artificial legs and no real lower half. Him and Jameson have kind of patched things up. Maybe Jameson in the end will even praise Spider-Man. We'll make a little twist on things. Somebody agrees that he's the guardian, you know, the hopeless warrior, the AracKnight. You know what I mean? That kind of fucking cool ending. You know, I never thanked you, and you'll never have to. And for the benefit of a certain cigar-wearing hyena, the idea is now he's Spider Slayer. Yeah, these were always cheesy stories. They were always one-offs. They didn't really continue anywhere. So the robot gets created. Spider-Man finds the glitch in the robot, fucks up the robot. Jameson gets all fucking pissed off. Vows to not work with fucking Smith again. I think what ended up happening here was we're doing all this crazy shit. What happened? Instead of serving to prevent crimes, the video scanners will be the greatest criminal of all. But first I have to test it. I'll zero in on my most recent victim, suspecting Spider-Man. So we did this thing with the nanotech. This is what we're doing now. Thereby triangulating the image, I can zero in upon my target in a matter of seconds. So this is when he catches Parker taking off his. Not knowing anybody's watching, he takes off his mask, and it's Peter Parker. And again, they always tease this shit. This was weak, fucking annoying writing because Peter will eventually just make a fucking plastic mold of his fucking face. I hate this fucking stupid fucking writing. Fuck you, Stan Lee. It's time you retired. God fucking damn it with the stupid art. Every issues, somebody finds out he's Peter fucking Parker. Very passionate. You can just tell. It's like you're just waiting for Stan Lee to finally get the fuck out of here. And another writer to take over and make the fucking storylines interesting. Alright, what do we got? We're mining, people. We're mining. We're getting rid of fucking Stan Lee here. I will squash the spider on my own. We see Spider-Man blow back through the missile-ready room as the missile goes off to launch. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. You know, even after all my bad luck involving rock, nah, it's stupid. What do we got? I can never stand when they tease the fake reveal. Oh, what's gonna happen now? It's like the fake reveal. Either reveal his fucking identity or don't. Fucking aggravating. We see Spider-Man blow back to the missile-ready room as the missile goes off into launch. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. As the rocket, not the missile, the missile. We don't like double using words. It just looks wrong. As the rocket launches, goes off into launch. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off to the sky. Blow back through the missile-ready room as the rocket launches. Barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. All right, good, good, good. Let's just put that there because it just looks weird. We back in the missile-ready room. Back in the missile-ready room. Spider-Man barely gets the blast door closed as the rocket goes off into the sky. As the rocket launches. I will squash the spider on my own. He's fought the Doctor once. I was hoping. I was hoping he would order the minions. Now, you see, he can't say that as he's running through the fucking. I will squash the spider on my own. Dr. O. Is there any lines here? He just. There shouldn't be a line here. A line doesn't work here. Yeah. Like Spider Man's jumping through the door, the rocket's blasting. You know what I mean? It's like there's no line there. Yeah. That's why we added another fucking panel. The missile goes gliding out of the silo and towards the sky. All right, you know what we could do? We could do a police radio here. We hear police communication. We hear police communication as they get closer to attacking the Baxter. SFX of the missile. There we go. Now we're feeling a little better here. All right. Police pilot. Commissioner, our sensors are picking up. Commissioner, our sensors are picking up an eruption. An eruption of sorts. Commissioner, our sensors are picking up an eruption of sorts. All the incoming dirigibles take evasive action as the missile goes upward, acting like a flare to warn the police. SFX of the missile shooting upward. Of course, the commissioner will say, take evasive action. Like, see, Empire Strikes Back. Take evasive action. Nope, too close. Take evasive action. There we go. All the oncoming dirigibles take evasive action as the missile goes upward, acting like a flare to warn the police. Nice driving, boys. It's either a malfunction or a warning shot. Nice driving, boys. It's either a malfunction or a warning shot. But now we know the Baxter is armed. But now we know the Baxter is armed. All right, so Spider-Man did his job. He warned them. We see the rocket blast all throughout the tunnel and scorch the walls through Spider-Man's cut in the pipes. You can use the map shot for a different perspective if you want. Artist preference. You can use the map shot for a different perspective, showing the grid of the Baxter being affected. If you want, artist preference. SFX of the rocket fire scorching the walls. We know now the Baxter is armed. Let's have the commissioner keep barking orders. We see the dirigible circle back towards the Baxter as all the power goes out in the building. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out the gravity boots, gentlemen. We're scaling the walls. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out the gravity boots, gentlemen. We're scaling the walls. We see the dirigible circle back towards the Baxter as all the power goes out in the building. You know what? Let's... SFX of the rocket fire scorching the walls. Again, we don't need lines there. This is destruction. You really don't need lines during destruction. You feel like you want lines, but you can make the cacophony bigger, and it's not about moving to the next panel and saying, well, there should be a line there. If there's good destruction, you don't need a line. The line almost defeats the destruction. So you make the cacophony very big. You make the SFX, the bubbles, the words, the cacophony, if you will. You make it really big to really emphasize the action and the gravity and all that other bullshit going on there, too. So again, all the incoming dirigibles take evasive action as the missile goes upwards, acting like a flare to warn the police. Nice driving, boys. Either it's a malfunction or a warning shot. But now we know the Baxter is armed. SFX of the fire scorching the walls. Oh, yeah, actually, fuck the artist preference, say. Showing the minions, the mini minions, posted all over the grid like figures on the map. Yeah, I like the idea of we're going to show the map, and you use the map to show all the minions waiting for the cops. I like this. Let's put the line back in. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out the gravity boots, gentlemen. We're scaling the walls. We see the dirigible circle. No, actually, you can't say that line yet, because the power hasn't gone out. All right, 1 second here. We see the rocket blast all throughout the tunnel and scorch the walls through Spider-Man's cut in the pipes. You could use the map shot for the different perspective, showing the grid of the Baxter being affected. Not if you want. I want to tell them to fucking do it. Showing the mini minions posted all over the grid like figures on the map. You know what? I need the line there, because it's not so much destruction there. You need the line. We see the rocket fire blast all throughout the tunnel and scorch the walls. See, the line should go here. That line belongs here. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out. You know what? I like the line. I like the line here better. I like the line better here. Because you're showing the fucking grid. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out the gravity boots, gentlemen. We're scaling the walls. We see the dirigibles circle back towards the Baxter as all the power goes out in the building. Police pilot 1. Looks like we have someone on the inside. Commissioner. Looks like we have someone on the inside, Commissioner. And Commissioner will say, just like Han Solo, I know. Boom! Page 17 is done. Done, till the daddy took the T-bird away. Yay. It's all action, baby. It's all action. Action. Out of the words, I'm a man. Make you cigarette. I can give you what you want, but you got to go home with me. All right, sorry. Let's assume they're posted all over the grid. Break out the gravity boots, gentlemen. We're scaling the walls. We see the dirigible circle back towards the Baxter as all the power goes out in the building. Looks like we have someone on the inside, Commissioner. Looks like we have someone on the inside, Commissioner. I know. He knows Spider-Man's in there, causing trouble. All right, let's get to page 18. The dirigibles are closing in. So what we want now is we want the policemen scaling the building. We want the policemen going into a firefight and some brawls with the minions. And we need Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus. All the notes that we have now are no good to us. They're all for the, that's pretty much epilogue notes. We don't want to get to the epilogue yet. It's way too early. We got to get our final fights in here. We have to kill Dr. Octopus. Or at least very much incapacitate him. You know, he might just be too fucking dangerous to keep alive. We have a lot of different things to use here, too. We got the pogo plane. We've got vehicles. All the shit left behind. We can even have them brawl in the fucking Fantastic Car, the Fantastic Copter. We could have literally Spider-Man fucking chase him in the Fantastic Car with the Fantastic Copter. There's just so much shit you can do here. So let's get this brawl going. First, mining. Because again, I'm a little annoyed with this fucking issue, so I want to get through it. Squash the spider. There we go. He said he's going to squash the spider. We've got 6 panels to go here. So what do we want to do? What is it we want to do? Because when we finish these 2 pages, we'll be 3/4 of the way done. If we're playing with the math. Spidey senses tingling, danger is near. He doesn't realize what it is. Someone saw him with his mask off. I hate this fucking issue. He shoots at the spider globe, but they already saw it. He blocked the screen, but it's too late. I saw him with his mask, and Spider-Man's pissed off. He's going to spend this whole issue coming up with some bullshit way explain to these people that he's not Peter Parker. And I don't. Oh, so he goes to fucking Dr. Connor. He says, "What do you need from me?" He says, "Dude, do me a favor. I need you to make a fucking mold of my fucking face. After all you've done for me, like we've shown you over the years." He's making a mold of his face. It's amazing how he came up with this brilliant fucking idea 5 seconds after. But again, Spider-Man's a quick thinker. He's really believed that's a deadly lizard. So we see Dr. Connors popping up a lot lately. They want to bring the lizard back. And that can be done. A little smoke before. Something's going on here. TV scanners. What do we got here? Smythe is going crazy. He's fucking with everybody. He's brought in all these criminals, and he said he's going to sell them Spider-Man's identity. I don't like this issue because, again, let's see if we can use it. Scanner system I designed for the police department so they can observe everything that happens in the city. The twist of the dial, we can pick up the route of an armored car. We can see the cops are on guard, and they're not. So we sell him a scanner. He's hanging out with all these gangsters. He's trying to sell them, and he says, look, it's so fucking stupid. Spider-Man makes a grease mask of Peter Parker. Apparently he can do anything in fucking Dr. Connor's lab. So they make him look like a fool again. The robot is going to get Spider-Man. Now again, that robot design is interesting. Dr. Octopus's lower half going into the battle mode. We still got these stupid fucking protesters here. These issues are not fun. It's just Stanley needs to be Hollywood already and get his fucking developmental contract to try to get laid out in LA because the writing's not good in these last few issues. It's a lot of filler. Harry's sitting around. He's back from the hospital. Peter's worried. He's wiping the grease off his fucking face. All the people are coming over to hang out. They're bringing a pizza. Mary Jane wants to fucking leave. Mary Jane wants to fuck Peter, and of course he's being a pain. So see Gwendy. Him and Gwen hanging out. He should be having a fucking 3-way. She's worried about Flash. Flash hiding out in his fucking apartment. He's being a civilian. Flash thinks people after him when he was in Vietnam. But now he's got to worry about fucking Flash. So apparently he can't get laid because he's worried about Flash. He's worried about this guy. The spiders are after him. The robots are after him. The fucking webs are after him. His web full of big fat fucking spiders coming from with Smythe on the fucking ticket. He says, "It's a mistake. I'm going to sue you. I hate you. You're a pain in my ass. Fuck your mother." What do we got here? We didn't get much out of that issue. But you gotta fight to see if there's anything you could pull out. Now, again, this was Stan Lee's last few issues writing. You could see he kind of phoned in a little. They're transitioning to the next writer. But again, we have to use our skills to find things to use. Or again, we don't force it. There's nothing good in the issue, we don't use the issue. And we just keep moving to the end of the grid. There are 800 fucking issues in this Spider-Man continuity here. Plus all the other titles, the one-offs, the miniseries, whatever it leads into is what we will use. Let's see, go back to our script. And where are we on 17 here? Looks like we have someone on the inside, Commissioner. I know. Good. The Dirigibles are closing in. Let's get a look at our map again. Now, is Peter waiting for Dr. Octopus, or is he going up there after it? Because Dr. Octopus is currently right here. He's coming out of the observatory. Now, Peter's here. So there's one floor here. There's 2 floors here. But Dr. Octopus should just fucking cut right through the fucking ceiling and just land. Now, Peter is in here. And where could he fight? Private elevator, biological research lab, technical research lab, machine shops. Machine shop could be interesting. Private elevator. Well, that's the elevator they use to get to them. All right, what do we got? Private elevator used by the Fantastic Four conference room. Now, Spider-Man's here. He just got blasted. I was going to originally send the minions after him, have him beat up all the minions, like Matrix style, but it's been done. We read Spider-Man comic books. He beats the shit out of everybody. So that's nothing new. We just used the fucking missile. We just shot it into the sky. That warns. This is the fun. We're using this old piece of vintage art here from Amazing Spider-Man Annual, Fantastic Four Annual 1 to end our scene. We got the car. We've got the copter. What can Spider-Man use to break open the Dr. Octopus's shell? That's the real question. The Pogo plane, the Pogo orbit plane. We've got the copter. We've got the car. We can use all of it. Vehicle maintenance shops. Machine shops. So what you can have here is Dr. Octopus can literally slice through the ceiling and just fucking crash down upon Peter. Photo analysis lab. How does Dr. Octopus... What we need on page 18 is we got to have Peter... We got 7 pages of story left. We got to get Peter and the Doctor brawling. We got to get the policeman scaling the walls, fighting with the minions. We can't do Die Hard where he blows out the windows. That's too easy, and it's been done. And the Baxter building would be much more secure. But we kill the power. That's a good one. Kills the power grid. So what happens now? We have Dr. Octopus here. He's in the observatory. Vibration wall contains special materials which completely absorb the shock of the rocket launching. Ooh, that's a problem. Well, again, the fire will not destroy the building. We need the building intact. But we kill the power because the fire rips apart the power grids. But what we need right now is Peter is 2 floors down from the Doctor. Does the Doctor destroy the floor and come dropping down on Peter? Photo analysis lab. Fantastic car, fantastic chopper. How does he get the shell broken? We got to break the shell. We need the two of them to meet up. Where are they meeting up? The fucking rocket just took off. We got the rocket just took off. Photo analysis lab. Storage and supply rooms. Storage and supply rooms. Peter's in there. He just blew back through. How would the doctor get down? How would the doctor get down? Okay, the doctor should probably sear the ceiling or sear the ground. Or do they meet somewhere else? Where would Peter go? Get his hands on a weapon to fight the doctor. Or the Peter's got the no, he doesn't have the laser thing. He lost it in the leap. All right, so where would they start fighting? Where would they fight? So that's where we're stuck on right now. Is I can't get them outside the building. I want the cops using the outside of the building. We could do. All right, I have a good idea here. Let's go back again. One second. Back inside the Baxter, we see the minions all activating their gravity boots and suits. They've taken our advantage, gentlemen. They've taken our advantage. Meet them along the grid. Activate all gravity boots. Activate the gravity suits. They've taken our advantage. Meet them along the grid. Activate the gravity suits and scrape them from the walls. All right, so we're getting that set up for them to start fighting. What we need now is Spider-Man and goddamn Dr. O meeting up here. What could Peter shoot at him? Not the pogo plane, the Fantastic Car. Is that what we're going to do? Peter can activate the Fantastic Car. And they could fight in the Fantastic Car. Remember, we launched the Fantastic Four into space. We're not using any of the shit on a Fantastic Four story. I'd like them to destroy these fucking rooms. I think he should ram him with the fucking Fantastic Car. Fantastic Car is here. On the same level as the photo analysis lab. Okay, boom. That's what we like. We see Dr. O scuttle into the photo analysis under the observatory. He continues. Should we have Dr. Octopus, like, cowardly trying to escape using the Fantastic Car? Scuttle into the photo analysis lab under the observatory. Okay, so now Dr. Octopus is going in here. Peter is about to fucking crash the Fantastic. He's got to break that fucking shell open. The only way to do it is crash into him with the fucking Fantastic Car. I fucking love this. Fucking writing comic books. We see Dr. O scuttle into the photo analysis lab under the observatory. He continues to bark orders as he looks around to escape. Not to escape. He's not escaping. Is he escaping? We see Dr. O scuttle into the photo analysis lab under the observatory. He continues to bark orders as he looks around to escape like... Alright, fuck it, let's throw some coward. Like a coward. Be brave men, for I will not abandon you. We see Dr. O scuttle into the photo analysis lab under the observatory. He continues to bark orders as he looks around to escape. I don't know, do we want him escaping? He's tough. He's gonna fight this to the end, right? Or is he looking to fucking escape? He looks around. He looks around to plan his escape like a coward. These brave men. Their sacrifices. Their sacrifices are necessary. These brave men. Their sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Now I just need to find the access panel for Now I just need to find the access panel for SFX of the Fantastic Car. Starting up. I like that. He's looking to escape, and Spider-Man comes crashing the fucking wall with the Fantastic Car and fucking just destroys his glass bubble. Dr. Octopus is looking to blow out on his men. The men are about to fight the cops. He wants them to stay engaged. He's blowing out on them. He's saying, fuck them. We see Dr. O scuttle into the photo analysis lab under the observatory. He looks around in his shell to plan his escape like a coward. These brave men. Their sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Now I just need to find the access panel for Now, this could be a great splash panel. You don't need all 6 panels here. You can have your artist really drive this fucking thing home. In a gorgeous, chaotic splash panel, we see Spider-Man driving the Fantasticar as he crashes it through the wall and towards the shocked Dr. O. SFX of the car, of the Fantasticar, busting through the wall. I love this. We're using all of their toys, man. SFX of the Fantasticar busting through the wall. Or should the doctor be going... Oh, fuck the photo analysis lab. The doctor's going for the copter. The doctor's going for the pogo fucking plane. No, the doctor's going for the copter because the copter's next door to the fucking car. Yes, yes, yes. Not looking around to escape. We see Dr. O scuttle into the... These brave men. We see Dr. O scuttle into the... into the hangar. Into the Fantasticopter hangar under the observatory. He looks around in his shell to plan his escape like a coward. These brave men. Their sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Now I just need to find the access panel for SFX car. In a gorgeous, chaotic splash panel, we see Spider-Man driving the Fantasticar as he crashes it through the wall and towards the shocked Dr. O. SFX of the Fantasticar busting through the wall. The Fantasticar smashes Dr. O into the Fantasticopter, destroying both the copter and Dr. O's bubble shell, which shatters upon impact. Upon being sandwiched between the car and the copter. SFX of all the smashing, carnage, shattering glass, shattering bubble shell glass, and cars and car smashing. Or SFX of all the smashing, carnage, shattering bubble shell, and other assorted SFX of all the smashing, carnage, shattering bubble shell, and other assorted breaking and destroying associated with a car crashing into a copter. So this entire panel is just going to be fucking filled to the brim with cacophony. See if we can throw a line in here. SFX. In a gorgeous, chaotic splash panel, we see, okay, so Dr. O says, "They sacrifice these brave men. Their sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Now I just need to find the access panel for car starting up. A gorgeous, chaotic splash panel. We see Spider-Man driving the Fantastic Car as he crashes it through the wall and towards the shocked Dr. O. SFX of the Fantastic Car busting through the wall. The Fantastic Car smashes Dr. O into the Fantasticopter, destroying both the copter and Dr. O's bubble shell, which shatter upon being sandwiched between the car and the copter. Let's do it. Spider-Man will say. So besides being a doctor and a psycho, the Fantastica crashes through the wall. You're also a coward. So besides being a doctor and a psycho, you're also a coward. Fantastica smashes Dr. O into the Fantasticopter, destroying both the copter and Dr. O's bubble shell, which shatter upon being sandwiched between the car and the copter. I mean, do you need any more there? I don't want to throw a panel for no fucking reason. I really like that, though. He's trying to escape. I was actually going to save that for the end, that they were going to fight on the Fantastic Car, and then that's how Dr. Octopus would die, but I didn't like that. I love that he takes the car. Spider-Man takes the car. He comes down over here, goes in over here. He's basically going to ditch his fucking men. He's getting in the copter. He's taking the fuck off. And Spider-Man's going to crash through the wall with the fucking Fantastic Car. So the copter's destroyed, and the car has been crashed. The Fantastic smashed. Okay, we want this to be a gorgeous splash panel. So what do we have again here? Panel 1. Minions are activating their boots and suits. Dr. O's scuttling into the hangar. He's looking to escape. These brave men, their sacrifices are necessary for the greater good. Now I just need to find the access panel for... In a gorgeous, chaotic splash panel, we see Spider-Man driving the Fantastic Car as he crashes it through the wall into us. So I love the idea of him in the fucking Fantastic Car. SFX the Fantastic Car busting through the wall. So you'll give the artist the room to really fucking do this. You know what I mean? The Fantastic Car smashes Dr. onto the Fantastic Copter, destroying both the copter and Dr. O's bubble shell, which shatter upon being sandwiched between the car and the copter. That's all I want there. I want fucking chaos and carnage right there. I want a good splash panel shot. We do not need these two panels. This fucking page is done. So besides being a doctor and a psycho, you're also a coward. So besides being a doctor and a psycho, you're also a coward. Boom, crash. I mean, just fucking crash. The cacophony should be large and take up every inch of space in the panel to emphasize the chaos and carnage of the scene. So again, it's not copping out. Because what we want here, again, we have the cops are about to fight it out with the minions along the side of the building, you know, like fucking, I want to do a gravity boot style where they're fighting on the fucking the vertical grid. I think they should start fucking shooting at each other. The dirigible's gonna fucking come down the tower, and more fucking cops will jump out and shoot up at the minions. And this is a revolt, you know? I really want this shot. I want heavy on the fucking carnage, man. We got a car crashing into a fucking copter, sandwiching Dr. O and shattering his fucking bubble, which shatters upon being sandwiched in the car and the copter with his tentacles flailing about in the crash. In the crash and vehicle sandwich. I don't want him to fucking make that small. That's a big shot. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just finished another fucking page. Now, when I get the art, if I feel like there's too much space, there's no line here. This is chaos. This is crashing. This is everything. You don't need Commissioner Stacy, barking orders right now. This is about the art. This particular panel is about the art. This is about a fucking fantastic car crashing into the Fantasticopter. I want him to have the fucking room and just make the chaos in this fucking hangar right here. I love this. This is having fun with history and nostalgia and changing endings. That is fucking awesome. We're 3/4 done with the fucking story. 6 pages to go. May fate and faith decide your fortune. And if you like what you love and war, all that shit in between.